Are you tired of basic travel videos with soothing music and inspirational drone shots? Boring! Well, we're diving headfirst into 15 of Europe's most jaw-dropping, jaw-laughing island destinations. From volcano hiking in your vacation sandals, to beach towns with more goats than tourists, to boats that slide you downhill in wicker baskets. Yeah, it's that kind of party. So grab your sunscreen, your passport, and smack that like button, because these islands are about to blow your mind and possibly your budget too. Number 1. Azores, Portugal. Ah, the Azores. Portugal's best-kept secret, if secret means jaw-dropping island paradise hiding in the middle of the Atlantic and somehow still not on everyone's bucket list. Imagine if Iceland and Hawaii had a love child who was obsessed with hydrangeas and cows. That's the Azores. These volcanic islands are green, dramatic, and filled with enough crater lakes to make your Instagram melt. São Miguel, the biggest island, has twin lakes that look like they were painted by nature's overachieving intern. You can soak in natural hot springs, eat cozido stew that's literally cooked underground by a volcano, because stoves are for amateurs, and whale watch like a boss. Plus the cows here? They roam free, have better views than most humans, and probably judge your driving. The weather changes every 5 minutes, so pack layers, patience, and maybe a small weather station. It's wild, it's weird, it's wonderful. Welcome to the Azores, Mother Nature's fever dream. Number 2. Capri, Italy. Capri isn't just a destination, it's a fashion statement. The moment you step off the boat, you are 40% more glamorous, 20% more broke, and 100% ready to be emotionally overwhelmed by scenic cliffs and overpriced limoncello. This island is where marble meets drama. Everything is either carved into a cliff, covered in bougainvillea, or owned by someone named Giovanni who hasn't worn socks since 1993. Take a boat to the Blue Grotto, a glowing sea cave that looks like Poseidon's disco ball. And yes, you will have to duck awkwardly in a tiny boat while pretending you're not mildly panicking. Then there's the Mount Solaro chairlift, a peaceful ride to the top of the island where you can dramatically contemplate your life decisions and wonder how much it would cost to just never leave. Spoiler more than your mortgage. Wander through the gardens of Augustus, which is basically a botanical runway with views so epic you'll forget how much you paid for that espresso. And don't even get us started on the shopping. This is where wallets come to perish, and where linen pants go to thrive. Number 3. Madeira, Portugal. Madeira is basically what happens when a tropical jungle, a lava rock, and a European wine bar fall in love and move to the Atlantic. Nicknamed the Island of Eternal Spring, this place has one setting ridiculously gorgeous, and it refuses to calm down about it. Start in Funchal, the capital, where the streets are colorful, the markets are chaotic, and the vibes are somewhere between postcard perfect and I could totally live here and start a banana farm. You can visit botanical gardens so lush, your houseplants will feel ashamed. Now, if you enjoy walking but want the ground to constantly mess with your sense of balance, try the levadas, historic irrigation channels that double as hiking trails and accidental leg day workouts. You'll get views of mountains, valleys, and possibly your own soul leaving your body from sheer altitude shock. Then there's the Cabo Girao Skywalk, a glass platform 580 meters above sea level, perfect for testing your fear of heights, and commitment to wearing sunglasses for the photo. Oh, and don't miss the wicker toboggan ride. Yes, you read that right. In Madeira, they put you in a giant basket and slide you down steep streets while men in straw hats casually run alongside you. It's part history, part amusement park, part how did this become legal. Number 4. Sicily, Italy. Sicily isn't just an island, it's an experience. A full-blown sensory assault of ancient ruins, operatic gestures, volcanic drama, and enough carbs to power a Roman army. This place has been conquered by basically everyone throughout history, and it shows. Think of it as the original Netflix crossover. Greeks, Romans, Arabs, Normans, and now you. Start with the Valley of the Temples in Agrigento. It's like ancient Greece moved to a better neighborhood with ocean views. Then there's Syracuse, which isn't just a city, it's a time machine where everything smells like olives and drama. But the real scene stealer? Mount Etna, Europe's most active volcano and basically Sicily's angry roommate who never learned emotional regulation. You can literally hike on lava, hot girl summer but make it geologically unstable. And the towns? Taormina is like if a wedding cake became a hilltop village, and Cefalù is a medieval beach town where the gelato slaps, the sunsets flirt, and the cats look at you like they know your secrets. Also, Sicilian food will ruin your taste buds forever. Cannoli, life-changing. Arancini, deep-fried dreams. Pasta alla norma, a masterpiece made of eggplants and feelings. Number 5, Isle of Skye, Scotland. The Isle of Skye is where you go to reconnect with nature, your inner Celtic warrior, and possibly a sheep with better hair than you. This place is a fever dream of cliffs, clouds, and I think I saw a fairy, but maybe I'm just cold. Hike the Quirky or Old Man of Store, which sounds like a retired wizard but is actually a giant rock formation that's 100% judging your stamina. The views will make you weep gently into your thermos of tea or whiskey, no judgment. Want to splash around? Check out the fairy pools, a series of crystal clear waterfalls that look like a unicorn spa day. Yes, they're freezing. No, that will not stop you from stripping down and pretending you're in a shampoo commercial while getting hypothermia. Then there's Dunvegan Castle, home to the MacLeod clan. And yes, they do sound like a rock band. You'll tour the gardens, learn about ancestral feuds, and briefly fantasize about owning a sword. And the weather? Let's just say you'll experience all 4 seasons before breakfast, and develop a deep, emotional relationship with your rain jacket. Isle of Skye. Come for the raw, mystical beauty. Stay because the roads are narrow and you're too scared to turn around. Number 6, Mallorca, Spain. Mallorca is basically the Beyoncé of the Balearic Islands. Iconic, multitasking, and somehow perfect at everything. Want beaches? Mallorca's got more sandy spots than your aunt's group chat has vacation memes. Want mountains? Say hello to the Tramontana Mountains, which are scenic, dramatic, and possibly judging your cardio level. Start in Palma de Mallorca, the capital where a massive Gothic cathedral looms over the city like a chiseled vampire castle. Walk through the old town and try not to accidentally adopt a lifestyle based entirely on tapas and espresso. Spoiler, you'll fail. Then there are the villages, Valdemossa, Deia, Soler, tiny, charming, and probably run by old ladies who bake better than your entire family tree. Rent a car, take some winding cliffside roads, and contemplate your life while yelling, Mira Iso at every olive tree. Beaches, Cala d'Or, Estrenc, Calapai, each one more turquoise than the last. You will question if the water is filtered through Photoshop. And let's not forget the nightlife. Mallorca parties like Ibiza's cool cousin who doesn't need glow sticks to have a good time. Mallorca, it's mountains, it's beaches, it's bougie and budget-friendly, and honestly, it's probably more well-rounded than you are. Number 7, Corsica, France. Corsica is like France's rebellious cousin who ran off to live on a mountain, wrestle goats, and still somehow looks fabulous in linen. This island has beaches that'll make you cry, cliffs that give your legs trust issues, and locals who cook like angels but drive like rally car champions. Want history? Boom! Bonifacio, a town literally clinging to a limestone cliff like it's trying to avoid commitment. Want culture? Corsica has its own language, music, and probably 3 secret types of cheese that aren't even legal on the mainland. You can hike the GR20 trail, which is less of a walk and more of a spiritual awakening that leaves your calves permanently sculpted. Or just eat your way through seaside towns like Ajaccio, Napoleon's hometown, because even tiny emperors need beach vacations. Also, Corsica's got forests, waterfalls, and wild pigs that occasionally wander into the road like, "What's up, you in my lane, bro?" Corsica, where you can tan, hike, eat, and dramatically stare into the sea like you're in a French indie film. All before 3 p.m. Number 8, Hvar, Croatia. Hvar is that effortlessly glamorous friend who always looks stunning, smells like citrus, and somehow never gets sunburned. Located in the middle of the Adriatic, Hvar is where yachts go to show off, where sunglasses are basically a personality, and where you'll wonder if you packed enough linen. Vartown is all stone streets, seaside lounges, and bougie vibes. It's the kind of place where you eat gelato for breakfast, climb to a medieval fortress before lunch, and then end the night dancing in a beach bar that used to be a monastery. Divine chaos. Want to escape the fabulousness for a sec? Hop over to the Paklini Islands, which sound mildly dangerous but are actually peaceful little slices of heaven where you can pretend you're a castaway, with a cocktail. Also, Hvar is famous for lavender, like aggressively famous, whole fields of it. You will smell amazing and sneeze in florals. Throw in vineyards, seafood, and sunsets so pretty you'll write poetry by accident. Hvar come for the beach parties, stay because you accidentally joined a sailing crew, and now you're the ship's social media manager. Number 9, Lefkada, Greece. Lefkada is the island that refuses to be an island. It's attached to mainland Greece by a causeway like, fine, I'll be accessible, but I'm still cooler than the mainland. And honestly, it's right, this place is pure Greek vacation magic with beaches so absurdly beautiful, they look like your computer desktop background came to life and slapped you with a souvlaki. Porto Katsiki and Agremni Beach are the stuff of travel influencer fever dreams. Turquoise waters, white cliffs, and approximately 47 people trying to get the same bikini photo at once. Feeling sporty? Head to Vasiliki Beach where windsurfers zip around like caffeinated sea squirrels. Into hiking? Boom. Trails, waterfalls, goats, nature baby. The island also has quaint villages that smell like oregano, and locals who are suspiciously good at hospitality and grilling octopus. And the seafood? Let's just say Poseidon cries a little every time you take a bite. Sorry bro, Lefkada, the only drive-on island that still somehow makes you feel like you've left planet Earth and arrived in a sun-drenched Grecian rom-com. Number 10. Faroe Islands, Denmark. The Faroe Islands are like the set of a fantasy movie where everyone wears cloaks and the weather changes faster than your Wi-Fi signal. Located somewhere between Iceland, Norway, and your wildest Viking dreams, this place is all cliffs, fog, and, did I just time travel? Vibes, think sheep, so many sheep, more sheep than people. These woolly philosophers roam freely, probably judging your hiking outfit and knowing all the best photo spots. You've got Lake Sorvagsvatn, the optical illusion lake that looks like it's floating in the sky. Perfect for tricking your friends into thinking you're walking on water. Hike to the Kalur Lighthouse on Kalsoy Island where the cliffs are so dramatic they probably listen to Lana Del Rey and stare into the ocean. And then there's Tórshavn, the world's smallest capital that still somehow feels cooler than any place you've lived. Turf-roofed houses? Check. Cozy cafes? Check. Vibes off the charts. The Faroe Islands, come for the surreal landscapes, stay because you got lost in the fog and made peace with it. Elba, the island where Napoleon was exiled, probably looked around and said, okay fine, this ain't so bad. Honestly, if you had to be banished somewhere, Elba's a 5-star punishment. This Tuscan beauty has beaches so pristine they make you question every life decision that led to your local public pool. Check out Spiaggia di Sansoni and Cavoli Beach. They sound like designer gelato flavors but are actually slices of Mediterranean heaven. History buffs, rejoice, you can visit Napoleon's actual house, the Villa dei Mulini, and imagine him pacing around in his socks, plotting world domination while snacking on olives. The towns, Portoferraio, Capolaveri, and others you'll mispronounce charmingly, are full of cobblestones, espresso, and locals who dress better than you on laundry day. Into hiking, Elba's got mountains, forests, and trails that make you feel like a heroic explorer, right up until you realize you forgot snacks. Into snorkeling or diving, the water is so clear you might see fish judging you for how loud you breathe. Elba, because sometimes exile is just another word for surprise vacation. Number 12. Gozo, Malta. Gozo is the chill, laid-back younger sibling of Malta who ditched the crowds, found inner peace, and now grows organic olives or something. This island is all about slow living, ancient temples, and wondering how you didn't hear about it sooner. You've got the Gantija temples, older than the pyramids built by prehistoric gym bros who clearly skipped leg day. The Citadel in Victoria, medieval, majestic, and probably haunted in the nicest possible way. Ramla Bay looks like a beach designed by Bob Ross, and the bright red sand? Perfect for pretending you're on Mars. If Mars served gelato. Feeling adventurous? Dive into Dwedra Bay or the inland sea where the underwater caves are so surreal you'll swear Poseidon himself curated the whole experience. No sharks, just vibes. And yes, the water is so clear, even your deepest insecurities can't hide. Gozo is where you go when you want to get off the grid, talk to goats and question whether you could just stay here forever and open a hammock cafe. Number 13, Sardinia, Italy. Sardinia, the Italian island that's somehow both bougie and wild child. It's got beaches so perfect they look like someone turned the Photoshop clarity slider up to 100, plus ancient ruins just casually chilling next to sheep. Lots of sheep, like an alarming number of sheep. The coastline, pure Mediterranean drama. Think cliffs, hidden coves, and turquoise water that practically begs you to quit your job and become a full-time beach bum. Head to Costa Smeralda if you want to spot billionaires pretending to be casual. Or visit the inland villages, where time stands still and the cheese could probably fight you. And don't miss the Nuraghi, ancient stone towers that are kind of like the Italian Stonehenge, except they have zero marketing and a lot more mystery. Sardinia's also got its own language, its own vibe, and enough wild terrain to make your hiking boots cry. Bottom line, Sardinia is like Italy, but make it feral, fabulous, and freaking unforgettable. Number 14. Zakynthos, aka Zante if you're feeling spicy, is the island equivalent of a glow-up. One minute you're chilling on a boat, the next you're staring at a literal shipwreck on a white sand beach surrounded by cliffs so dramatic they should have their own telenovela. Welcome to Navajo Beach, also known as that place you've definitely seen as someone's Zoom background. Want turtles? Boom! Zakynthos has endangered loggerhead turtles casually nesting on its beaches like they own the place. Want nightlife? Laganas is basically the Greek version of Vegas, but with more ouzo and less Elvis impersonators. Want peace and quiet? Head to the west coast for secret caves, sea breezes, and existential thoughts. Oh, and did we mention the water? It's bluer than your ex's feelings and clearer than your worst enemy's intentions. One swim and you'll seriously consider becoming a full-time island mermaid. Zakynthos. Come for the beaches, stay because your return flight suspiciously got cancelled. Wink. Number 15. Tenerife, Canary Islands, Spain. Tenerife is basically that one friend who's always tan, always chill, and somehow always on vacation, even when they're not. It's the largest of the Canary Islands and practically shouts, "Come for the beaches, stay for the volcano!" and the suspicious amount of bananas. At the center is Mount Tade, an actual space volcano that looks like Mars, if Mars had tour buses and cable cars. You can literally hike above the clouds and pretend you're an intergalactic explorer who still needs snacks every hour. The beaches range from golden to pitch-black volcanic sand, perfect for confusing your towel and impressing your Instagram followers. There's also whale watching, cliff diving, if you're dramatic, and nightlife that ends around the same time the sun comes up, ideal for people who hate sleep but love regret. The food? Think tapas, sangria, and papas arrugadas, which translates to wrinkly potatoes but tastes like wow. So there you have it. 15 island paradises where the water's clearer than your future, the food slaps harder than reality, and the only thing you'll regret is not booking yesterday. Drop your dream island in the comments, or just scream, "Take me there" in all caps. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell like it's a piñata full of plane tickets.